How's it going, everybody? Happy 4th of July. My name is FaZe Crypto. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Clout. So if you're anything like me, you're a little bit impatient and you're probably thinking, when Lambo, which one of these cryptocurrencies is going to be like the end of 2017 and just go straight to the moon? And right now, it's important to have a more mature perspective when it comes to looking at the market. You have to be patient and you have to have strong hands. And you really can't get shaken. You really just sort of have to have a degree of confidence in knowing that you're aware. I mean, for any of us who've been involved with cryptocurrency for any amount of years, you have to get used to the volatility and the nature of the beast when it comes to cryptocurrency. But I'm very interested in Nucleus Vision. I think Nucleus Vision could get me my Lambo one day. I think Nucleus Vision might be the cryptocurrency millionaire minter, if you want to go so far in saying the global potential for Nucleus Vision is really unprecedented in the overall context of the cryptocurrencies on here. I always think to myself, what are these technologies going to be doing in the real world that's going to actually be playing a real role in the way people live their lives? I mean, let's face it, nobody's going to Dunkin' Donuts and buying a coffee with a Litecoin. It's going to be a technology like Nucleus Vision that's leveraging the Internet of Things and leveraging data and actually using the fact that more people all around the world every single day now are getting on the internet and using smartphones. These are things that are in the workings. I think with the team that's been working on Nucleus Vision is really aware of where the future is going to be going in the context of technology. A lot of people don't realize the recognition the Retailers Association of India has honored Nucleus Vision with is really going to be playing a significant role as we move forward. Nucleus Vision is really making leaps and bounds forward thinking when it comes to retail. When I think of retail, I think of all the companies that are going out of business right now in the United States. See, it's 4th of July, so it's a good opportunity for us to talk about these companies like Sears and Toys R Us and all these different great giants of retail that were so powerful in the 90s and the early 2000s and slowly but surely have been meeting their demise as we move forward into the world of tomorrow. But my question is, what happened? Exactly how did all of these huge retail giants come to such a significant decline? And the answer is fairly simple. Pretty much anybody will tell you the internet. They'll bring up Amazon. But what I'm fundamentally bringing up right here is that retail is not really going to come to an end. I think that there's an opportunity for retail to evolve. And I think that Nucleus Vision has a forward-thinking approach that's really going to leverage blockchain technology and all these different variables, membership programs, and take us into the next stage when it comes to these things. You see, you have to understand how significant India really is in the next levels of how technology is going to be advancing. I mean, you call up for tech support, and a lot of those jobs are going over to India because they have some very qualified people over there. India is a very fast developing nation, and they're rivaling a lot of the competition in that part of the world. You see, people who live in the United States are often blind to what's happening on a global scale, but these other countries, China, India, and the greater elements of that region are ultimately making some really big strides forward and movements in respectively when it comes to all these different technologies and so forth. So I'm very much excited about what's going to be happening in the next few years when it comes to these technologies. I mean, talking about cryptocurrencies and talking about the different applications that these different things have moving forward, I think Nucleus Vision's really leveraging the potential that's available when it comes to retail. You think about it, everybody who walks inside of any retail outlet is ultimately bringing their smartphone with them these days, which ultimately is a opportunity that can easily be leveraged in favor of the companies at large, and Nucleus Vision is really giving that option to the consumers, in a new way. When we see on the news right now the conversation that's happening involving Facebook, and the public consciousness is really shifting in a direction that's becoming more aware of data, and they really should be. People definitely need to be more aware of what's happening with their data, and as this is happening, it really gives an opportunity for technology like Nucleus Vision. I mean, I've done my research into the team that's working on this technology and so forth. I think that there really are some very exciting things that are going to be happening in the near future when it comes to Nucleus Vision, and a lot of these greater elements of the advancement of the Internet of Things and all across the world, how many people are getting involved with all these different technologies and so forth, especially when we're so early in the game, now in the 7th month of 2018. So we're moving right along to 2019, and the entire market has not come to a steep decline. I mean, obviously it's a bumpy road. There's going to be volatility all the way across the board, but overall I'm happy with where things are going to be going. Obviously 2017 was it was a test. They were obviously just testing out the market. It was up at its all-time highs back then, and now obviously they like to test things. Those who are in control like to basically see how the communities are going to respond and so forth. And I think that as things continue to move forward, we're definitely going to see certainly this volatility could continue, and we could see this similar market for who knows how long, but it's going to take the introduction of regulations and a lot of these different variables for things to become a little bit more stable. But I think once that happens, the two competing forces that we often talk about on here are ultimately going to be going head to head, and eventually I think we're going to start seeing things moving up, and often in cryptocurrency we see them revisiting those all-time highs and moving up further. So it's really only a matter of time, and certainly we are very early in the game when it comes to these things. I mean, those of us who've been involved with cryptocurrency for any amount of years have certainly seen greater days and better days and worse days, but ultimately you have to have tough skin to make it in this space, and ultimately do your research. Really interesting things happening within the Nucleus Vision community. It's one of the most interesting cryptocurrencies that I've been paying attention to, and certainly it's very interesting to see how things have been moving forward in such a short amount of time. I've actually been watching this great video by CRYPTOTWINS, and I'll actually be including a link to this video down in the description below, because I really think that you guys should definitely go and subscribe to these guys. They're pretty hilarious, but they really do have an interesting perspective when it comes to an approach at looking at the market and so forth, and maintaining an optimistic perspective and so forth. I think they have another YouTube channel with like a couple million subscribers or whatever, but they've for some reason chose to start creating crypto videos. But yeah, I'll put the link to that down in the description if you guys are interested. They're not the smartest guys out there, but they are pretty woke when it comes to crypto, and I think everybody would benefit from listening to different people's perspectives. Obviously it's really important to hear different people's perspectives. That's why I'd recommend you guys definitely go and follow Nucleus Vision on their official Twitter, and make sure that you're doing your research when it comes to these things, because you're not going to become a cryptocurrency millionaire by just making blind decisions and listening to whoever the hell is going to tell you whatever you want to hear on any specific topic. You have to do your own research and come to your own conclusions, and it takes a lot of research ultimately. I mean, you can get lucky too, but ultimately if you don't know what you're doing, eventually your luck's going to run out. So just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only, and the whole purpose of me making this content is to share my opinion regarding these topics and so forth. And of course that's why I'd like to share other people's topics who do the similar thing as what I do, cryptocurrency, YouTubing and so forth. And I think it is really great, because Nucleus Vision is definitely one of those technologies that has real global potential as we move forward. I think there's a lot of potential in store for it personally, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the next couple of years and how things move forward and develop. So remember to subscribe to the channel, and of course comment down below, and hope that you guys have enjoyed this content. And remember, you have to do your own research in this space. Obviously nobody's going to tell you that one piece of magic information. It's honestly a culmination of all all the different information that you can gather up and leverage your understanding in a way that's beneficial to you. So yeah, all that being said, happy 4th of July. Remember to comment, connect with us on our Twitter as well. That's at CryptoTuber, and of course we have the other Twitter is CryptoClout. I'll actually be including a link to the Twitter down in the description, so if you guys are interested in connecting with us, you could do so very easily. And yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.